and welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway, or as the big bad SMI would like to have you call it, Echo Park Speedway, where tonight the stars of the Jawb Racing League look to do battle in race number 2 of the playoffs here. We've got 5 more races left here in season 15, and the Race Group Championship took a big twist last week at Bristol Motor Speedway. Coming into tonight, a shaken up points standings, but we'll get to that in just a minute here as we welcome you to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Dawson Allen on the call, trying to get this fixed for having a color commentator because Discord has just completely stopped working. I may not get any kind of contact with anybody, unfortunately, in this race, and I'm really hoping that's not the case because for some reason Discord just decided to stop working at all. So we may have to do some weird things to get this to work, but that's okay. So we welcome you into the booth here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've mentioned race number 2 of these playoffs as we get ready to go here at Atlanta. Another wild card race here. 3 wild card races in this round, in this playoffs, I should say, before getting to 3 more natural tracks. Let's take a look at those point standings. Mentioned it. It is driver of the 48, Jonathan Parker. He currently leads the playoff standings right now. Taking the points lead after Bristol last week. There you see Jaden Hopp, last week's winner, taking a big jump up, 7 spots up after the reset. He gets to second place, just 5 points back of Johnny Parker. Dane Cruz dropping 2 spots after coming in with the points lead, but he's not far behind that number 48 machine. Still a lot of racing to go here before we can settle things down, but some big losers like Bridger Olson dropping all the way back to 9th in points. Just are tied with Michael Walls in the spot. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer climbing up in, but Steven Maggio dropping back as well as a result of last week's race at Bristol, the last lap incidents that happened that took him out of contention. He finds himself in a bit of a hole here, but it's not a problem for the driver of the number 51 machine. We get ready to rip and ride here. Maggio is a former winner at this racetrack, and it's funny looking at the stats. He's undefeated here at Atlanta Super Speedway. That 51 machine looking to see if he can't win tonight again. The win that came in the season, in the regular season, I think was way back. My stats pulled up and kind of get it cleared up. So he won the race back in season number 13, as well as a preseason race in season 14. Took the checkered flag in both of those races. Has not raced another race here in the Jawb Racing League at Atlanta. So he's looking to see if he can keep it perfect in that 51 machine tonight. Another driver, of course, has won here is the driver of the number 1 machine, Mr. Dane Cruz. He has found victory lane here before. Back in, I believe, season number 9 was when we saw the 1 machine find victory lane here. Let's do the same tonight. Get his 2nd ever win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll see if he can do it, but there's some of the drivers in contention, ready to compete for the win if they can. Guys like Jaden Hopp scored his 2nd win last week at Bristol. 81 in this pack right here on the racetrack. Currently scored 28 fastest, but practice speeds really don't matter too much as we get our ticker pulled up and show you how the speeds are looking for these drivers. Pack cars racing together, getting some extra practice around each other just to get ready for this race tonight. Going to be an exciting one, going to be an interesting one for how these drivers are able to manage it. I mentioned just kind of looking back at the history we've run here at Atlanta. We've had races at Atlanta that were not the Super Speedway style race, but season 9 was the first running of a Super Speedway style race with this track, I should say. I mentioned Dane Cruz, the winner, back in season number 9. Season 10, of course, saw Michael Walls take the checkered flag. I want to say season 11 was the regular oval. Dylan Parker won in season 12 at Atlanta. Mentioned Steven Maggio back in season 13 was the winner there, and it did not race last season, so the defending race winner being driver of the 51, Steven Maggio. We head into tonight's race. So right now, looking at the top 5 in practice, it is Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, Christian Pacheco, James Bowmore, Austin Dorn, and Oscar Enriquez. They are your top 5 fastest cars on the Super Speedway right now with a minute 50 to go in practice. And of course, practice speeds really don't tell enough of a story because there's still so much to do in the race. Once that green flag flies, it's so much different compared to everything else you can see. No shocker that somebody like Christian Pacheco is second fastest, very good driver at Super Speedways, and very good driver here, looking to see if he can have a chance at a win here tonight. With about a minute to go before we get rolling. Just kind of said the last few seconds of their practice here. Just kind of goofing off. Really nothing too serious once you've gotten a couple laps in the pack. So we're getting ready to qualify now. Trying to get some bugs worked out here behind the scenes. Not working. So we are left with what we have, which is going to be me, myself, and I here on the call for this here broadcast. So, down the racetrack, got some cars getting ready to qualify, like the 89 of Jamie Wright, rolling out onto the track right now. Jamie Wright, of course, we talk about it a lot when it comes to short track racing, but super speedways are also something he's really, really good at. See if he can get it done tonight in Atlanta. That magic button and he can disappear and see. Jamie Wright going to start his qualifying lap, and the thing that I saw mentioned by our admins is that this is one lap qualifying. The lap you are on is the lap you're going to get. We'll see how it plays out here. Right now, the fastest time goes to Michael Kruger in the 41. Bryson Bird second. Cole Denton is third. Abe Cazzola is fourth. And John Jurgensmeyer fifth. Now dropped to sixth by Andrea Robinson. Brett Bennett goes to the top of the speed charts. This is going to be rapid fire here. As driver said last time, is Michael Wall is fastest now. Tyler Waterman is very slow on the racetrack. You can see Jamie Wright across the line. Yusuf Ghali goes to the top of the board. Jamie Wright will come home in 10th on his qualifying lap. We'll cut back to the cruise missile, Dane Cruz, and see how he's doing as he hits the line this time to start his lap. The stripe that time. Dane Cruz will hit it, and he'll go top of the boards. in the cruise missile over Enrique Cucalon, second fastest. We're now going to jump back and see how Christian Pacheco's doing in the 88, making his way around the corner now. Across the stripe this time, a 31.633 is going to be good for second fastest. If that's the case, it's actually going to be a 649. Armistead goes fourth fastest in the 80 machine. We'll cut back down. Bridger Olsen on track. Olsen going to go second fastest in the 2 car. And we'll cut back now to last week's winner, that being the number 81, Jaden Hopp, coming across the stripe this time to complete his lap. The 31.653 for Jaden Hopp, 12th fastest in the number 81 machine. And that should be just about it for qualifying for the most part. Nobody else really going out and trying. So it looks like everybody else has pretty much gotten their qualifying done. Nobody else really going out on track. Oh, is to pull it to the garage area. So with qualifying about to wrap up, we're going to go into the warm-up. Everybody is going to make the race. Nobody is going to be missing this one. It's going to have a field of 34 drivers ready to duke it out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Super Speedway. Whatever you want to call it, just don't call it Echo Park, because it ain't Echo Park. So we're going to have a 5-minute warm-up session, 5 minutes for drivers to get out there, get some extra last-second qualify or practice laps in here before we go green. Enrique Cucalon. Good qualifying run for one of our BRN commentators here tonight. See what he can do in the 22. This race. Watching warm-up time. We're going to try one more time, see if we can't get back working. We're back to the broadcast. If we can get somebody maybe to join in here at some point. Not too sure yet if anybody will join us tonight, but if they do, we'll have them. We'll be able to talk to our drivers now. So we got that sorted, squared away. Got 3 minutes of warm-up before we get ready to go racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for tonight's running. Enriquez Designs 200. We're just getting some last-minute warm-up qualifying practice, or warm-up practice in part of qualifying is done. Nobody's going to try to qualify during the race again, right? Get some more track time rolling before we get ready to go racing. If you're obviously fastest on the speedboards right now, a winner at a super speedway here in the Sled Job Racing League, winning the season opener at Daytona back in season number 11. His first and so far only career win. Just missed the playoffs this year, just looking for a win if he can get it. They make their way up of turn at number 4. Group of cars right here. That's the 37. Francis Hamilton leading this group. Behind him is number 44. That's Brody Falker. Obviously the fastest of those three, of course. Trailing them in the draft. They're practicing that pit road entry, and that's something I don't think we're going to really have to see tonight is green flag stops. I'd be very shocked if we get to that point, but in case we do hit those green flag stops, they're going to spin it on pit road there. I'll go to this pit entry right here. We're going to pull this camera angle up, and I'll show you what it is. So right here is the backstretch coming onto pit lane. If you wanted to come to pit road under green, what you got to do is your commitment cone is right here. It's right at the entry of turn number 3. So to pit, you're not going to come around the corner and go down the apron late in the race. You're going to come from the backstretch down this pit lane right here, and you'll have to maintain pit lane speed entirety of this apron down the backstretch. A lot of guys are actually taking it right now, kind of getting some extra warm-up, but commitment cone, mentioned, is right here. You have to get down all the way to the left of that pit cone, that pit commitment cone, I should say, to go to pit road. If you don't, it's a penalty. You get a penalty, you're going to end up having to pay the price for missing pit road. Now, of course, like I said, don't expect any green flag stops. This will really only be just for when the cautions come out and drivers pit. But if we do somehow get green flag stops, that could be a point of contention. That could be a point where some of these drivers lose this race. So we'll have to monitor it as the night goes on. But about end of qualifying and practice and the warm-up, we're getting ready to go race it here at Atlanta. We'll all get racked up down pit road, get lined up behind the pace car, and get us ready for another exciting race here in the Sled Job Racing League. Season 15 rolling on here into race number 13. We've only got 5 races left this season. 5 more weeks of action on Tuesday nights before we take a nice little hiatus from the action. Let's take a look at your starting lineup tonight for the running of the Enriquez Designs 200. It is Steve Maggio still staying perfect at this racetrack. He snagged the pole from Dane Cruz at the last second in qualifying. Those two playoff drivers looking to bounce back after a bad week at Bristol. You got Bridger Olson and Jonathan Parker, the current points leader there in the 48, going to be starting on the outside of row number 2. It's Enrique Cucalon and Jeffrey Armstead together in row number 3. Yusef Gali and Christian Pacheco back there in row 4. Then it's Michael Walls and Brett Bennett that round out the top 10. Back in 11th place, it is Michael Kruger. He's got Jaden Hopp, last week's winner, to his outside. You got Randy Payne, BRN Zone, going to be starting inside of row number 7. Justin Rott to his outside. You got the number 53, Bryson Bird and James Bomar together in row 8. Then it's Cole Denton and Gabe Cazzola in row 9. And rounding out your top 20, it is Gabriel Dehari and Andretti Robinson. Starting in at 21st tonight, it is the 52 of Austin Dorn, one of the lowest qualifying playoff drivers. Gino Merrill to his outside. You got Jacob Locklear and Jamie Wright together in row number 12. Oscar Enriquez and Jonathan Jurgensmeyer together in row 13. The 14 sees the 68 and 69, Alexander Schumacher and Tyler Watermolen. And then it's Ethan Monteca Moreno and Brody Falker rounding out the top 30 if Ethan starts tonight. Looks like he hasn't gridded. He will not be rolling with the field. You got Francis Hamilton and Blaine Sparling. Then you got Matt Steiner and Shannon. I'm not sure why Francis is showing up as the 46. That's a weird one, but that's okay. We'll try to take care of it as we'll make sure we know who Francis is. We know what car he's driving. That's weird that it's showing up like that in that. Well, come back to him. Show. Huh. Gonna have the 46. That's weird. Alrighty. Well, anyways. So as we come around here, the pace car going to lead this field through turns 3 and 4 and dive off. Last week, the chaos came with the short track and high banks of Bristol. Tonight, it comes with the high speed and the tight pack racing at Atlanta. Next week, we head to Indy for the triplet of chaos we have here in this playoff run. We'll see what happens, but Team Maggio looks to stay perfect at Atlanta. The Cruise Missile looks to take another Atlanta victory tonight. The rest of the field following them towards the green flag. We are racing in Atlanta. Lap number 1, Steve Maggio leads. He's got Bridger Olson right back behind him there in second on the inside lane. Outside lane currently led by Dane Cruz. He's got Jonathan Parker still right there in his trails behind him. Double wide racing right now. No risk just yet. Still way early, 134 laps at this racetrack. Don't want to put yourself in a position too early, take a risk and lose out, especially if you're one of these guys in the playoffs. There are a lot of points on the line in this race. You don't want to miss out on the different car coming off pit lane. Enriquez had a drive-through penalty. He goes 1 lap down because of this penalty. He needs some help pretty quick in this race. See, looking back around, that's Jaden Hoppin, 81, last week's winner at Bristol. Dropping back to the rear of this pack here. Not a bad call for the 81. Had a good race last week, took the checkered flag home after second in points. Why not go ahead, just drop to the rear, hang out back, try to miss any accident that may happen up front. You can take advantage later on in this race. Up ahead, though, Yusuf Ghali, he's not really content with riding, but he's going to tuck in line. 5th behind Dane Cruz, Enriquez Cucalan as well. Bridger also kind of washing up the track a little bit on corner exit, and there you see Cruz and Ghali trying to go to the outside lane, thinking about it, think better of it, tucking in line in front of the 24 machine of Michael Walls. Micah running that number 24 LSU paint scheme, those purple and gold colors on that Chevy Camaro. He is a winner here in the Slide Job Racing League. Won this race back in season number 11, season 10, I want to say actually, after a penalty occurred on the race restart near the end of the race. And that's going to be a point of contention as well to keep an eye on tonight. That white-red line there on the apron, it is out of bounds. It's line at Talladega and Daytona. You don't want to go down below it and try to make a pass because you can be black flagged, or worse, you can be moved to the end of the line in the finishing results. What happened back in the season to give Michael Walls the checkered flag and the victory ultimately at this racetrack. And he wouldn't mind what happened again tonight, needing some big points. Right now, 29 behind the points leader, Jonathan Parker, entering the race. As they lead inside lane, it is Steven Maggio up front, and Jonathan Parker coming on the outside lane now with help from that number 76 of Justin Roth, the 88 of Christian Pacheco. And how fitting is it to see a battle happening here at Atlanta Motor Speedway between a Scott's machine and a Lowe's machine. Machines of Carl Edwards and Jimmy Johnson duking it out here at this racetrack back when it was the old Atlanta, not this new one. As they go side by side, just about the race lead, JP making a run on the top side, trying to get up to the front of this field and lead this race. It looks like he might have led the line that time. Imagine it's still holding strong down there on the inside lane. At JP's stats, he's got 2 finishes in the top 10, including a runner-up finish at this racetrack back in season 12. But a 24th finish, 21st place finish the last time we were here in season 13. Definitely wants to wipe that out of his mouth. The caution is out. It's Bryson Bird in the back. I believe it's slow on the racetrack. Indeed, it is. Damage on the left front of the 53 machine. That puts under a caution for the first time tonight. Heavy damage for the 53. So take a look at the BRN replay. See what happened. What got that 53 all kinds of jacked up. Kind of blinks out here, so we'll see if we can get it as they head down the backstretch. Disappears. Then he just reappears sideways. Contact there, I think, from Tyler Watermore. Should have been race damage, really. That's really, really weird. Bryson is damaged, and he's going to tow it and likely take that car out of here and take himself out of contention. But see, Jonathan Parker going to go to pit lane. You see how early you have to commit to come into pit road. You got to go pit lane speed all the way around this apron. Under caution, it's not really a problem, but under the green flag, you lose one, if not maybe 2 laps. You go down this way. AP leads a lot of cars down pit lane. Likely going to expect fuel only for these drivers. Just going to top off on some fuel, see if they can go a little bit extra further. If they can, try to make a strategy call work in their favor. A lot of guys, not shocking to see, like JP and all of his buddies. Michael Walls is there. I see Gabe Cazola, John the Jurgensmeyer is down there as well. But also 2 guys like Brett Bennett who come down and now lead the race off pit road. Really good stop for the 47 team. Get out ahead. I see 2 drivers with black flags. It looks like it might be, maybe not. Gabe Cazola off 3rd, Brody Falconer 4th. Cole Denton is off 5th. They're all the way back in 12th. Top 11 stayed out. Racing should be going double file, and now we are. Get ready to go back racing at lap number 12. It is Steven Maggio, Bridger Olson, Justin Rott, Enriquez, Kugelon, Dane Cruz, the top 5, ready to get back under the green flag. Field double file coming around turns 1 and 2. I mentioned Steven Maggio, perfect at this track in his career. 2 starts, 2 victories. One was a actual victory here that counts, and then one was a Premier Series exhibition race back in season 14. This race was not ran in season 14. It was just, I think, a clash was run here. He was a victor at that one as well. Looking to see if he can go 3 for 3 in starts. You got Bridger Olson on the outside lane, the winner at Daytona this season, looking to challenge him. And also some other drivers looking for a win, like Justin Rott and Enriquez Kugelon looking for his first career win. You got Dane Cruz, a winner here before, and a Super Speedway ace, and Yusef Ghali as well. Don't count that 54. And a lot of guys in contention up here in the front that can easily win this race. Pace car dives back off, heading for the Geico restart zone, or actually the Echo Park restart zone. It's Steven Maggio. It's Bridger Olson. Green flag flies. We're back to racing in Atlanta. Make their way into 1 and 2 by 3 wide car on the wall, maybe. Enriquez Kugelon way up on the outside groove as he fades back through the field. Everybody going by on the inside of that 22, and they're just going to keep passing him as he drops back further back into the 15. Jaden Hopp doing so as well, dropping back, and I think that's actually to the 75 of Randy Payne on the outside lane. And it was for a second. He pulls back in front of Yusef Ghali as they make their way through the tri-oval right now. through the line, continues to drop back, but up front the inside lane, well clear all the way back to about maybe 6th place. Brett Bennett. Randy Payne still in the outside lane, trying to hold strong in that 75, but I think all it's doing is really pushing that outside lane further back. They're dropping as they continue to watch this 75 lead this line. Back up on the inside there, Tyler Watermole, Gabe Cazzola. Golly, trying to see if he can find a way around that 75 maybe as they head through the tri-oval, back down the front stretch across the start-finish line. Inside sure is rolling. Brett Bennett gonna maybe jump. He thought about jumping. He's thinking about it still maybe. Going to the outside lane, see if he can lead that outside charge. As they're starting to roll up to him, he's going to have to make a decision quickly here. Of course, Bennett never won here in the Slide Job Racing League, never really won on BRN, period. Looking to change that tonight. His best style of racing, his super speedway style. He's going to see what he can do. He'll have to tuck in line, though. And Dre Robinson makes the move to the outside lane. He gets to the outside of Dayton Cruz, and Randy Payne going to get shuffled out in the 75 machine. And Youssef thought about trying to go 3 wide. He instead tucks back in line with Bennett. Got Jamie Wright on his back bumper. Ray Robinson leading the outside lane as they come off of turn number 4. And a little bit of shuffling around here. Justin Rott now second car pushing Steven Maggio. Thinking about going high, coming back down low as they're side by side for third. Bridger Olsen's got 45 on his outside. Dre Robinson leading this outside charge. Monster Energy 4. You want to talk about a guy who could have won a race this season? Iowa had the markings of being all about. And Dre Robinson's breakout win, he comes home 5th through all of it. He's looking to change that heartbreak and come out here tonight and win at Atlanta. And he's got a good run down the outside lane, being pushed by Dane Cruz. Coming to the outside of the leader. Oh, we got a spinner in the back. It's Tyler Watermole who's around by himself. How on earth did he spin by himself? I don't know, but he's going to get back rolling, and we stay green for now as the field coming off of turn 4, still side by side. Look at this run coming here by that 45, and Dre Robinson trying to give challenge to Steven Maggio. Maggio pushed by the 76 of Justin Rott. The 1 of Dane Cruz is helping the 45 of Dre Robinson. Youssef Ghali, third car on the outside lane, trying to peek to make a third lane forward. Can't quite do it. Tucks back in line with Jamie Wright pushing him. Third on the inside lane, Bridger Olsen in the 2. Brett Bennett fourth on that inside line, checking up a little bit there through the corner. Cazzola getting right on his back bumper as they make their way back through the tri-oval. Outside lane leads that time. Robinson is the top spot as they make their way into turn 1 again. Dane Cruz really trying to fight that super speedway racing prowess he has. He was all the way on the door of Justin Rott here through turn 3, trying to side draft him, trying to pull him back to help give the outside lane a bit of edge. At start finish line, Maggio still putting fight on the inside lane, and there's a turn, but he's trying to form yet again. Ghali thought about it, Payne kind of went with him. Oh, Justin Rott catching the apron. That number 76 going to stack up the inside lane big time. That's going to help the outside. They're going to charge by Robinson. Now going to have help from Dane Cruz. Youssef Ghali. There's Jamie Wright jumping to the bottom lane. Instead of helping push the 54, he'll slam the 51 forward. And Cazzola getting shuffled out as well. Dahari going to get by on the inside lane. I think Randy Payne as well shuffled way back in the mix as well. Another driver dropping back. I can't tell who that is. It might be James Bomar in the 15. Jamie Wright jumps to second on the inside lane as Gabe Cazzola gets shuffled further back on the outside now. Youssef Ghali now still third on the outside lane behind Dane Cruz and Dre Robinson. Catching the lap car, Robinson has control of both lanes. Choosing to stay high, doesn't pull down low to block the 51 off. Turn 3 and 4 now. They're going to be 3 wide there for a second. I think it's Michael Kruger getting shoved in the middle for a split second there. And he gets put right back down. Dropping down to the inside lane. Jamie Wright is slow on the apron for a second. Checks himself up. He's going to gather it back up, though. At least it looks like he's at pace. I can't quite tell. No, he's off the pace. Something happened to Jamie Wright as Andre Robinson shoved the outside. There's a lot of uncertainty in the front of this field, catching Tyler Watermolen, who's holding the top side as a lap car, holding his lane. Everybody going to navigate to the inside to get by the 69 machine. He's doing what he needs to do. He's holding it way up there against the wall, not really cutting down on anybody. He's going to pound the outside wall to stand out everybody's way. Everybody's trying to use the lapper to their advantage. They try to use him as a pick if they can, but he is just doing everything to stay out of the way, including damaging his own car to the wall to make sure he doesn't affect these leaders as much as he can. So good effort from the 69 machine to stay out of the way. Jamie Wright on the backstretch by himself. Looks like he's back somewhat up to speed. I can't quite tell what even happened to get him shuffled back here. Not sure if he got upset on the apron there on the front stretch and it slowed him down. That's what caused him to just check it up and lose the draft. So far, he's behind the 8 ball, 31st place, 8 seconds back and still losing time. But Steve Angio controls this race. He's got to hurry. Oh my goodness, Andre Robinson is loose! And he gathers it up by just catching the outside wall, but he got wicked loose there in the corner. Good gather up, good save, and he maintains that car and keeps it from wrecking. And now having to nurse it around for a split second as now the outside lane really dies off. It's really getting strung out here as drivers are starting to struggle for grip. Once you start to see drivers have to fight their cars, it becomes like the days of old. Watch these Super 3 races. You have to fight with the car as well as the track to navigate around and try to make these moves and try to win this race. And right now, it is Steven Maggio who leads the charge. He's right here behind him, coming up from 19th place from the drop of the green flag. 17th spot is currently our biggest mover tonight. Up in second, if he can crack the lead. It's just 15 back of Jonathan Parker as they run. And now trying to get by Steven Maggio. Really sideways, able to hurry! He's gonna save it! No! Inadjusted run. Back into run. They're all checking up to miss him or make their way around him. We're going all the way down to the apron, and that's not gonna work. Francis Hamilton tag. There's Youssef Ghali going around. Russians out. Big hit for Ghali and Kukulon. A big hit to the door for one of our playoff drivers, Youssef Ghali. I don't know if that thing is knocked out of line a little bit there. It looks like it might be. That could be a very big blow to the 54's chances at a championship here, coming tonight at Atlanta. Taking a look at your PRN replay to show you what happened through all of that chaos, how it winds up being. Youssef Ghali, we're not sure. So right here, you'll see, really sideways goes the 36. He catches the door of the 1, comes back up the track. Justin Rockins put in the wall. And through all of this, Youssef Ghali gets turned around after everybody failing out, trying to miss the wreck, coming back up on track, blocking here, and Hamilton make contact, sending the 54 into the 36. The front over the 00 comes around, and right here, back up the track, and Kukulon trying to miss it, driving right into the right rear of the number 50 machine. Goes high, gonna miss the wreck. Oh, no, man. Where'd he go? Right here, coming up in the background. Before it goes around, then back up the track. Kukulon was going to the high side to miss it. Or comes up, nowhere to go. We're going to take out both drivers from today's race. So we had a couple drivers pit, most drivers, but actually one driver stayed out. Michael Walls elects to stay out. Stephen Maggio won the race off pit road over Dane Cruz, Bridger Olson, Brett Bennett, and Cole Denton. See how Yusuf Ghali is able to shake out with the damage on the 54 machine. And Kukal on pit road getting damage repaired. Ghali is going to roll away. How good that 54 is going to be the rest of this race, but not look pretty. Is going to go to the outside lane for this restart. To get ready to restart this race. Michael Walls' control car on the outside lane did not come down on this pit stop. He came down on the first caution. He is on the fuel that he made from the first stop, the splash of fuel he got. Everybody else came down pit road. It looks like tires were taken for the first time tonight. Stephen Maggio led the charge off pit road. Bridger Olson and Dane Cruz, Cole Denton, and Brett Bennett right there in that third lane. Austin Dorn, Gabe Gazzola, Mero, Michael Kruger are your top 10. His car dives off. Michael Walls, the control car, heading for the Echo Park restart zone on the outside lane. Green flag, back in the air, let's go! Immaculate launch for Michael Walls, gets well clear of his field and cutting back down to the inside lane. The run's going to come here quick. What does Micah block? Does he take the top side? Does he take the bottom side? He's going to have to make a choice and quick as they come up behind him. He's going to go to the outside with Bridger Olson and Cole Denton. Bridger's going to jump to the inside and cut it in front of Maggio. He'll take to the inside. Micah gets shuffled to the outside lane, and everybody's going to go by the 24. As Bridger takes the lead at the line, Maggio in second, pushing him. Cole Denton now up in the third and trying to get the outside lane. Hitting with help from Gabe Gazzola, pushing on the outside lane. Maggio is right behind Bridger Olson. Shuffle the outside lane now. Gazzola gonna lead. In that outside lane is Denton now. On the top side getting pushed back. Michael Kruger trying to give him some draft. He can't quite do it. There's Oscar Enriquez now. Thoroughly outside lane. side, heading down the back stretch. Olsen still having pressure from Gasol on the top side, and he's got help with Michael Kruger and Oscar Enriquez pushing on the top side. And Gasol actually getting shuffled out here. Again, the outside lane leader gets shuffled out. Here comes Kruger now to lead the outside. The outside lane really just kind of petering out as the inside quickly benefits. Olsen leading. Maggio is second, and Dane Cruz. Then Michael Kruger and Brett Bennett side by side back here for fourth. Teammates battling for the fourth spot. Inside lane versus outside lane. Top two clearing out ahead. Brett Bennett jumps to the outside lane. Gonna leave the top side now as Dane Cruz gets third right there on the inside lane. Outside charge forward, but really just kind of stalled out side by side with the one machine. Maggio and Olsen ahead, and staying ahead. And Austin Dorn going to be side by side with Bennett. That's for fourth. Stack up back here. Caution is out now. Jamie Wright's around and spinning on the apron. Oh, Randy Payne and Enriquez Kukulon both going to go through the grass. Up ahead. What on earth happened here? Looking at your PRN replay here. Brody Ballinger and Jamie Wright. United tried to save it, bounce up to 44. Goes for a good slide right ahead of the field. Tagged by Yusuf Ghali. More damage for that number 54 machine. It's like Payne and Kukulon had high speed coming through and just lost it through the corner after the spin by Jamie Wright down the apron. I think Jonathan Durgan's right as well got some wall damage. Not a lot, but very little damage nonetheless. Payne both going off-roading through the grass. East. Their cars. What's headed up pit road? See who it pays off for. Olsen is in his stall good. Cruz had it back up. Race off pit road. It's going to be Bridger Olsen over Austin Dorn, Romero, Gabriel Dehari, Tyler Watermole, then Dane Cruz. Have a total of 9 cars stay out under this caution, including pole sitter and current race leader Stephen Maggio. getting ready to restart. Steve Maggio stayed out as our leader. Brent Bennett is second on his outside. Michael Kruger, Alexander Schumacher, Jonathan Parker are the top 5 getting ready to go back green. Pace cars off to the Echo Park restart zone. Maggio back on the gas, back to racing here in Atlanta. Inside lane, Jonathan Parker jumps to the top side, jumps up in front of Brent Bennett. You see the 68 Schumacher get shuffled out now. He's going to drop unless he can get that in front of Cole Denton. I don't think he's going to have time. Maybe he does. He will. He'll quickly pull down and stay right there, about 4th on the outside lane behind Parker, Bennett, and Pacheco. And now Doran jumps up actually, so make it 5th. And now there's the shuffle for Denton, as he's being shuffled back through the field. Side by side for the lead once more. Jonathan Parker on the outside, Steve Maggio on the inside. They make their way through 3 and 4. They need, we just can't quite get it. Again, Maggio still holds that lead over Jonathan Parker. 3 wide further back, outside lane forming up for a second, almost dropping off as Pacheco caught the outside wall. Bit of a stack up there in the background. James Bomar dropping on the outside lane. Inside out to Schumacher. He'll get down and he'll clear the bottom side for now. Brody Falconer getting shuffled to the outside lane further up. Richard and Golly together side of a nose to tail. Got the German car game Zola right there in the picture as well. Playoff drivers right there. The Michigan City in the double 0 and the 18, as well as Michael Walls in the 24. And the mixture. All of our championship contention. Drivers are over on the left side of your screen with a yellow background on their number. You can find they are racing for a championship. Steve Maggio is leading this field. Gabe Lahari is right there in 4th, side by side with Brent Bennett for 3rd actually now. And JP, Dave Cruz, Austin Doran all right there tight together in the back half of this top 10 group. See Olsen, Golly, Jared Walls, Cazzola. Our lowest running championship contention driver is going to be, I believe, the 81 of Jaden Hop, back in 24th place right now is where Hop finds himself. Still at the back of this pack, still with the lead pack, but kind of staying out of harm's way for now. Just not really pushing too hard. You don't have to push too hard yet. Naming his stuff, not really ready to go for it quite yet. Well, there you go, battle for the lead. Here comes Gabriel Lahari now on the outside lane, going for the top spot. Gabriel Lahari now going to lead the outside. Can he clear? He'll clear Maggio and pull down in front of the 51. Ooh, big bobble there. JP shoved to the outside lane. Doran with a bobble in the middle lane. JP will quickly find his place behind the 52. Now the top 2. Lahari and Maggio clear out in front for now. Down the backstretch. comes Mangio again, back to the back home for the 36. Does he make a move? The outside, thought about it there, thinks better, thinks back in line. 36 is the best way to go. Doran leads the outside lane. Michael Kruger third, Brett Bennett fourth. Francis Hamilton fifth in the inside lane, Hamilton at 37. Involved in a bit of an accident earlier on in this race. Got a piece of it, Austin Doran to the wall. 52 is up on the outside wall. Everybody's scattering to miss that. They keep off each other. Doran plummeting to the rankings. Now back outside the top 20. How quickly it can change. Doran shuffled to the back of the field. I'll have to try again with some forward progress. The outside lane kind of dying out because of that. It's the only way back here to James Bomar, side by side with Brett Bennett for 6th place. How quickly the outside lane just dissipates. When we have an accident like that, it's only that, it's going to hit the wall. Moves to the outside lane. Michael Kruger thought about it, thinks better of it, gets back down behind the 51. Still kind of, though, testing the waters just in case the outside lane thinks to get a run. He's thinking about getting there in front of Bomar if he can, but not able to commit just quite yet because the 15 wasn't really there. Now he's going to have to make a quick decision because here comes James Bomar on the top side. Does Kruger or Parker commit to the outside lane? Looks like Parker is going to stay down the bottom lane. What is Kruger thinking? What is Maggio thinking? Checking up. Letting the 36 get a run out in front. Then he's going to make a charge at it here. But he'll stay in line. I think Maggio will keep faking high. He wants to stay bottom, though, I think. He wants to stay on that inside line. And he wants the 36 trying to block. Is now Bomar! Issues leading the outside lane in turns 3 and 4. We've seen that with just about everybody leading that top side tonight. They have a moment in 3 and 4. They lose the car. They lose the spots. Somehow, though, they keep it together, still not yet wrecking. Oh, Pacheco is on the apron. He saves that through a slide. Bomar, I think, is still struggling on the top side. Indeed, he is. Now the lead car on the outside lane is Oscar Enriquez. Michael Kruger pulled up high, thinks better of it, gets back down low again. Here comes the 56 machine, a winner at Daytona as well. His win. Only a Pocono last season, first and only career win here in the Slide Job Racing League. Looking for another one here tonight. Mike Enriquez, really good super racer. He has won the Daytona opener in multiple leagues, but he's never won a super speedway here in the Slide Job Racing League. But he'll change it tonight. Top side, the inside lane continues to chug along forward. On here on lap number 62 now. The Harley leads Maggio second. Michael Kruger is in third. Chasing that number 36 car. As they race their way around the track right now, Gabriel Dehari is currently your race leader. He is at control of this field. As we head in to lap number 63, getting close to the halfway point of this race, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. You won't miss any of the action.
Hey, man, you cut me off back there. What you gonna do about it? Oh, man.
Can you feel it? The taste of Coca-Cola. Well, the race
All right,
is over.
fine. Are we good? We're good.
All right, so you got the memo. Looking good.
Ryan, there seemed to be a lot of tension in the turns. What happened?
Yeah, well, when it gets really hot and you're cool.
Every turn matters.
But yeah, I mean, when it gets that hot.
Every turn
Ryan,
matters.
But I get that, but can you take us through the last turn?
like he said, every turn matters.
If you want to turn data into decisions, then make every turn matter with Trimble. Confidence at every turn.
Nothing's tougher than a Mahindra tractor.
Except a bigger Mahindra tractor.
Pound for pound, this one's still tougher. Tough. Tougher. Tough.
Tougher.
Mahindra, the official tractor of Tough and Stewart Haas Racing.
I got a race this weekend. I'll see you later.
There's one. What is that?
It's my Dale call.
That's way better than my duck call.
If you're on a diet of taking it up a notch,
It's just different.
drink Diet Dew. The only diet with dew in it.
So, Ginny, what makes you an awesome different driver?
Well, there's a lot to it. Man, it's a rush. So what makes home selling with OfferPad awesome different?
Oh, so much. But with OfferPad, it's a lot more home selling stuff and a lot less bumping into people.
I don't bump into anyone.
Home selling with OfferPad is awesome different. Request your free cash offer today at OfferPad.com.
Hey, man, can I have one of those?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. You said I could have one.
6-0 start.
Because you're number 60.
That's right.
Yeah.
60. Minute rice. Delicious quality rice in 60 seconds.
Kyle Busch, welcome to Menards. What can I help you with today?
Well, I've got my shopping list right here. I need some green treated lumber. I need a brown Mastercraft door. I need red Clearview cabinets and some blue Dutch Boy paint.
Those are M&Ms.
And
At Menards, we carry the world's best selection of home improvement products to help you complete your next project.
you've got more of these, right?
It's all gonna fit in your car?
I got a trunk.
Joey, I don't know how you pulled that off, man. What's next?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, Coca. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, Coca-Cola. Oh, Coca-Cola.
We'll get back here to the action at Atlanta Motor Speedway here in race number 2 of the playoffs for the Slide Job Racing League. The action continuing on through side-by-side coverage, still side-by-side on the racetrack, as it is still Gabriel Dehari leading this field, but that outside lane is coming. That is the driver of the 68, Alexander Schumacher, trying to lead this outside lane up to the front, trying to get himself a win here tonight in the Shoei Sportsbook number 68. We'll see how he does as he's charging the outside lane across the halfway point of this race. Sounds like we're going to have somebody join us here tonight in the podcast. It is the one, the only, BRN's best producer, Ryan Bogey. Ryan, it has been a pretty, I wouldn't say tame race, but the fact we've had so few cautions makes this a tame race by comparison.
I'm kind of shocked. It's been, we haven't had that many cautions the last 20 laps I've been here, so I've just been watching very loose on the top side. I don't know if it's the cars behind them packing air too much. It's like you can't get close to each other without packing air on the car in front of you and getting run loose. So, yeah, so far this race, I am absolutely surprised about that.
Well, the race like they want a caution right now. Brody Fowler really tight there in the corners with the 56 Enriquez on the outside, but the thing that we've noticed that's been a lot of the lead car on the outside lane getting loose in turn 3. Do you know, like, I haven't raced the car in a while, so what exactly could be causing these drivers to have this issue, specifically in turn 3?
Well, there's two factors. There's a lot of factors going on here, and one of them is being, of course, the track is super hot right now. The car's super slick, especially on this longer run with these worn tires. Another thing, like I just talked about, is the car is getting into the, basically to the weight of the car, the lead car of Alexander Schumacher. So every time this 56 closes in on that, it kind of gives that 68 a little bit loose. That's why these drivers kind of have to back off and ease off a little bit. I'll be interested to see how they play and what challenges they have to face throughout this whole race.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go. We crossed the stripe that time, lap number 77. This is underway. 134 laps over the halfway point, but still not yet over. And I would expect maybe a green flag stop to happen if we don't get a caution here soon. We're going to have to come to that pit lane, that adjusted pit lane on the backstretch. It's really going to be a challenge for these drivers. They have to make that pit stop in.
Yeah, I know probably a lot of these drivers in here don't really have that much experience pitting under green with the it's been in iRacing for quite some time, but usually when we come to league races or maybe a race, you're bound to get cautions usually, so pitting on the green is pretty rare. So if they somehow make it all the way and they have pit stops, it's going to be definitely interesting to see how they fare coming onto that pit road.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem as well if they don't get down to pit road speed in that big section at the beginning. If they also have mistakes, something regardless of you practicing in warm-ups, where if you come all the way through and you still spit it out there at the wall. See how it all shakes out. But right now, Dahari and Maggio just taking it easy as the lead two cars. Everybody else is trying to push behind, trying to find spots where they can make it work. Michael Kruger is taking a very good job settling in the third of this inside line. The 41 machine still looking for his first career win here in the Slide Job Racing League. Could tonight be the night that Mikey finally takes home a checkered flag?
For that 41, that whole team, especially running third of that inside lane, especially Steven Maggio and Gabriel Dahari, you know they race each other very, very aggressively. So if they get together, it could open the door for that 41 if it stays.
They got a lot of guys up here that are in contention for their first career wins, like Kruger, Alexander Schumacher right there, Brody Fowler, the 44, James Bomar back there in 10th in the 15th car. And Oscar Enriquez looking for his second career win, but of course you got the playoff drivers, you got those guys battling for the championship. Dahari doing a really good job putting himself in a spot to try and take the points lead out of tonight's race, leading on these laps. Out in front is JP currently side by side for fourth with Schumacher. Dahari very well punched himself as the lead car in the points exiting tonight's race. Make their way through 1 and 2 once more. Dahari still the control as they come down the back stretch now. The outside lane trying to form up and make a run here. Schumacher on the outside now for third with Kruger heading into turn 3. Can he get the run to get side by side with Maggio down the front stretch? Can't quite get there.
this outside lane has kind of just been stuck side by side with the 48 or the 41 for third. He hasn't really been able to get up to Steven Madden. And they're going to have to really kind of hit all their marks side by side to beat Harry.
So we've got 51 laps to go. I believe this time by is what I have. 51 laps to go. It's been about 41 laps since these drivers came down pit road. I doubt it's going to be a split, and I don't think they're going to try to make it a perfect split. I would expect these guys, I would expect these guys to maybe start pitting in the next about 10 or so laps if we get there. To make their final stop of the race. Kind of what I'm leaning towards right now for this field. We'll have to see in due time. But right now, Schumacher jumps down to third in the inside lane. That leaves the outside lane to be led by the 56 of Oscar Enriquez. Well, not for a long Maggio. He faded upside like you want to go high side. Takes back in line with Dahari. Been kind of doing
maybe potential pit stops coming up soon. Kruger was seeing if anybody wanted to come pit with him. We'll just have to see. Definitely, if this stays green for next maybe 8 laps, we'll be seeing some green flag pit stops.
Yeah, it's going to be very quick. It's not going to drag. Oh, there we go. Look, see, Party Falker coming to pit lane this time. Same with Francis Hamilton. There's your first takers, and you have to get all the way down to pit road speed right here. I'm not sure that 44 fully did. Actually, it's more so commitment line. Pardon me, I always forget. Commitment line, you have to slow down for pit road right about there at pit entry. Falker and Hamilton are going to do a good job so far getting on the pit road. That could be the start of bringing more drivers to pit road here. Indeed it is. Look, Steven Maggio. Alexander Schumacher, Michael Kruger, Jonathan Parker, Brett Bennett, Christian Pacheco all coming to pit road now. This is going to be a make or break moment to gain or lose spots. You see Kruger trying to get there with Schumacher. Jonathan Parker going to hit a Brett Bennett. As they come down, they have to slam on the brakes to get slowed down to pit road speed. Do they get down? Does anybody walk away with a penalty out of this one? Enriquez getting down low. He's not going to come, though. It's going to be the 15 of James Bomar. Austin Dorn in the 52. And I believe Gino Mero in the 46 all coming down. Ooh, Bomar!
Might get a penalty there.
Yeah, got up on the apron.
That white line. Yeah.
If he does, I don't see any speeding penalties from anybody. Nothing yet. Everybody rolling off pit road here. Steven Maggio got out ahead of Schumacher, Kruger, Parker, Pacheco, and Bennett. They're going to get lead back up. We'll press back up the lead back and see what they do. They're still on the racetrack now. Coming across stripe this time to complete lap number 89. Start lap number 90. This is a pack of about maybe the top 13 cars, give or take. Maybe some lap cars in the mix here as well. I see Jaden Hoppin, 11. Playing Sparling, Jeffrey Armistead. Yeah, the top 13 right here. We'll see who comes down this time to pit road. Car down there is Shane O'Neill. Looks like it's going to be a Sioux car by himself. I think that's Cole Denton in the 06. Indeed it is. And he is really going to blend up there.
Well, Bomar didn't get a penalty for crossing that line, so Cole Denton might be able to get away scot-free.
The penalties came from those pit stops. Everybody got on and off the road. Penalty to Shane O'Neill in the 91, though. He will have to serve a penalty on pit road. Lahari's still staying out here. Dane Cruz right there on the outside trying to go to the race lead, though.
From Matt Steiner. You can maybe use that 38 to maybe give him some draft here to get in front of that 36. So that's what he's going to do. Couldn't quite get in front of the Harm.
Side by side, they go for the race lead. Steiner in the wall, staying out of harm's way. Dahari might dive to pit road this time. Oh my God, Steiner almost got into Gabe Cazola off the corner there. And I will point something out here. These are drivers that pit under the last caution, so they have a little more fuel in their tanks than the other drivers did that were leading as well. So they're able to stay out that little bit longer here. We saw them pitting about maybe 57 laps in, so we might see these guys come into pit road here shortly. For what will be likely their final stop of this race. When they come, Gabriel Lahari a little sideways off of turn number 2, back behind Dane Cruz. Bridger Olsen with help back pushing. That's Yusuf Gali in the 54. How about the recovery? This 54's got the damage earlier, the incident with Kukulon. He is now still got speed, and he stayed with the draft.
Nice recovery by Yusuf Gali after heavy damage from with the wreck earlier with the 22. Here, the Dana Auto Racing cars, or Cruz Auto Racing cars, at the plate tracks. Not surprised to see all 3 of them up here right now.
And won't be a surprise if they're up here at the end of this race. We come to take the white flag. Right now, we're coming to take 40 laps to go. I guess we're still going to have to pit at least one more time before this race is over. Staying out on track right now. Team Maggio has pit. He's one of those that has already pit. You see the line of cars. They make their way down the front stretch.
First you guys just have to stay single file. Currently battling, or was battling side by side as Bridger Olsen took the race lead.
Yeah, Olsen the race lead. And I was going to say, it's not really a matter of battlings. I think maybe Dane Cruz checking up the inside lane to let Olsen and Yusuf get down. They might be pitting this time, but it's not really to catch. More so, I think it is just to turn the good laps to turn to try and keep up. It's actually, no, Olsen going to hold the bottom. Just about got crossed over by Yusuf Gali to the inside. The 54 machine right there on the back bumper of the 2. Our Daytona winner leads the field, and he's got company coming the outside lane. That's Gabe Cazzola, our winner at Talladega. The 2 Super Speedway winners about to duke it out for the race lead here on lap number 97 at Atlanta. Better of it. Cazzola going to drop back on the outside. Enriquez trying to get down to the bottom. He will do so. They're not really yet looking like they're pitting. Actually, we got some coming. Here comes Gabriel Lahari, Jaden Hobb, and I believe that is Randy Payne. Very aggressive send by Gabriel Lahari. But he makes it stick. Randy went way up, but he looks like he might not be penalized just yet. It's all about getting down to pit road speed right here and not sliding the tires. Randy coming in hot. Dahari coming in hot. Dahari's going to slide. Oh my goodness. Jaden Hobb and Randy Payne busted for speeding. Dahari somehow got it wound down just enough.
And that was all the 75. He went into the back bumper of that 81 and cost him a speeding penalty there.
Oh man, that's gotta suck for the 81. Enriquez a lonesome drive down pit road as the field still staying out, coming to lap number 99. It's Yusuf Gali leading. Bridger Olsen is second. Dane Cruz is third. Is Olsen trying to get down to pit here ahead of his teammate? So he will. Cruz Auto Racing coming down. Same with Jurgensmeyer, Jeffrey Armiston. I believe Blaine Sparling is down on the apron as well. Gali really aggressive on the drive through the corner.
Tell you what, Gabriel Dahari got absolutely beat off of pit lane. He is not even going to be in that front draft of those drivers who have already pitted.
Everybody gets on pit road, gets down to pit road speed. 2 drivers have yet to pit, Gabe Cazzola and Michael Walls. Everybody that came down this time looks like they're clean. It's Gali, Olsen, Cruz, Armistead, Jurgensmeyer, Sparling. They did not speed. Now it's down to the last 2 coming to pit road this time. Gabe Cazzola and Michael Walls. These 2 by themselves going to really use up that apron to get down to speed. Cazzola gonna get a little lock up here. Oh, he kept it straight somehow. Does he get a penalty as the field rolls by on the outside lane back in the background? Race off pit road. Yusuf Gali leads them. And there goes Maggio, Schumacher, Kruger, Parker, and Bomar. The top 5 as they cycle out. Looks like no penalty for the 24 or the 18. They kept it right. So your penalized drivers include Jaden Hopp in the 81, You also had, and I'm already blanking on Randy Payne, 75, and then Shane O'Neill in the number 91. Those are the only drivers to get a penalty under these stops. And somehow, some way, Ryan, we got to an Atlanta green flag pit stop cycle here tonight. How impressive is that for these drivers to get through that?
Yeah, super impressive. Not very many mistakes there. No one really wrecked either. But I tell you what, that first group of cars, they have just absolutely destroyed the guys who stayed out later.
And they got about a 2.3 second gap over Youssef Ghali in 13th place. But Ghali, Olsen, and Cruz are flying right now. They are very much catching this pack. They posted the leaders a 31.1, 30.9, 31.0. Youssef Ghali put down a 30.3, a 30.1 from Bridger, and a 30.1 from Dane. They are quickly and rapidly going to catch these leaders as they are already really getting right within the draft. That's Jurgensmeyer right there on the tail end of this. Got Armistead, Dahari, and Enriquez, the second pack. They are catching the race leaders in a hurry with just about 32 laps to go.
Right here in the second pack. We'll probably catch those leaders sooner or later. Jeff Jones, and Oscar Enriquez, they're in the draft at the 00, so I think they'll also catch for the 18 and the 24. They might be in trouble here as they are super far back behind.
We're going to be side by side for the race lead. Alexander Schumacher has a big run, but here's Randy Payne, the lap car on the outside, going to get out of harm's way. Schumacher maybe had to check up just a bit. He's now back to side by side with Michael Kruger for second as they try to let the lap car go on the outside lane. You see that entire group of 6 there. Ghali, Cruz, Olsen, Jurgensmeyer, Armistead, Dahari, and Enriquez. They have caught back up to the lead pack. So the lead pack is now a group of 19 cars. Coming around this time, 30 laps to go. Maggio looking to stay perfect at Atlanta. And a hard challenge coming from 2 drivers, now 3 make it, that have never won in this league. Second, third, and fourth, Kruger, Schumacher, and Denton.
Final pit stops out of the way as you see side by side battle for the race lead. Schumacher is trying to take it away from Steven Maggio right now.
He wants nothing more than to win his first career race here in the Slide Job Racing League. Shuey to the outside. He'll take the lead and he'll clear for the race lead. And he looks to see if he can close the deal and take home his first career victory in the Slide Job Racing League. But he is going to have pressure coming out back. Look at the list of names in the outside lane that lead. Cole Denton is second, Brett Bennett in third, and Brody Falker in fourth. All of them chasing career win number 1.
Behind him is 46 of Gino Mera. I am kind of shocked he's up here right now because he overshot his pit stall coming on the pit lane. So to be 7th right now on his outside lane, crazy stuff.
And now jumping to the bottom lane, Brody Falker, the 44, going to go to the bottom side, see if he can't try to make the run work on the inside lane to get by. Cole Denton can't quite do it. He's going to end up dropping back because the outside lane really got forwarded up really well, and they are moving forward. Coming around this next time, Shuey leads Denton, Falker, Bennett, and Maggio, the top 5, as we head down the backstretch.
This is probably the most organized I've seen this outside lane pretty much since I've been here, so good job to them getting organized. These guys stay organized like this if they want to prevail.
You mentioned Gizola, Walls, and Sparling maybe not having a chance to catch the 3.2 seconds back. They're running slightly faster than the leaders who are battling forward positions now, so they could have a slim chance, but it's not going to be a big chance. Oh, here we go, 3 wide. Austin Doran shoving it in the middle of Michael Kruger and Jonathan Parker. He's not really going to have the drafting help he needs as they go to the outside, staying up high around him. Kruger way up on the top side. Maggio going to be up on the bottom. Doran right there. They're 3 wide, just about door-to-door contact there, leaning on each other.
Race leader Alexander Schumacher got to the wall out in front. Just left them on strong as they check up on the outside lane.
It's crease there for Doran. Makes it stick behind Kruger in front of Bomar as they head down towards turn number 3. Coming around this time, it'll be 24 laps to go here at Atlanta. Anybody in this pack here has a claim to this victory. They got a chance to win it if they're in this pack. Oh no! Wrecking Michael Kruger! He's in the wall! Keeps it pointed straight. Not going to be a caution, but a big hit to the 41. Likely going to end his chances at taking home the trophy tonight.
Fortunate run for that 41. It looks like might have gotten. Oh, he just kind of turned and he tried to go 3 wide and got into the back of that 41. Poor Kruger, he's having
Horn is trying to get more spots, gets in the back of the 41. Moves him off the track. Now the shuffle begins. Gino Mero is taking the race lead.
Out of it yet. He's still in the back of the draft with Randy Payne. Brett Bennett very loose on that outside lane. Check up a little bit for Gallagher, Gino Mero. They're going to jump up high. Now Gallagher looking for the race lead.
Side by side we go for the race lead. Falliker on the bottom trying to get up ahead of Gino Mero. Mero going to end up getting stuck behind him for now. Going to cut down across in the inside lane. He doesn't for now. Stays tucked up behind him. 21 to go. Gallagher on the hunt for career win number 1. Same with Gino Mero. Last week, Mero came 1 spot short of a checkered flag. Second place to Jaden Hopp. Tonight, he's second place to Brody Falliker. Can he make the charge stick and try to win this race? A little sideways off the corner for the 46 at 20 laps to go. Can they make the magic work? Who's going to take the checkered flag home? Just draw a straw and see if maybe that's the right one. That's how you might as well choose this race winner.
This goes green all the way. They might catch this 3-car pack in front of them. Shane O'Neill, Enriquez, Gutherland, and Jacob Locklear. Going to be interesting to see if they can catch up to them and see how they affect the leaders here.
3 wide further back. Gabriel DeHari inside of Austin Doran and Oscar Enriquez. They are 3 wide. That is for 8th place right now on track. Doran making the middle lane work. Oh, he's going to get the Brett Bennett! Caution's out! Austin Doran just doing everything he can in the inside in the middle lane, trying to get there. Oscar Enriquez quickly flying up through the field here. Getting his spots back. A little bit of displeasure, I think, to Austin Doran for the incident there. That's going to likely take Enriquez out of contention. This is the right way, at least, too. I had some guys that have done that and just taken out drivers. Instead, Enriquez gets up there, kind of rolls up next to him, and he's not happy. We'll take a look at the BRN replay and show you why we're under caution. It happens with the 52 of Austin Doran, trying to take up any spot he can, trying to make as much ground as he can. He cuts it to the inside of Bennett, just gets right in the back of the 47. And how the 47 doesn't wreck more than he did is beyond me. He kept that thing pretty well straight off the wall as much as he could. Really all he did is he had contact with teammate Oscar Enriquez after the contact with Austin Doran.
We saw him get into the 41 already and just being super aggressive there. Causes that wreck. He's already on probation, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens after this race.
Yeah, especially being a playoff driver. You know, you've got to keep your nose clean, and, you know, having incidents like that, 2 of them in a row, that could really make or break your season. How hard he fought to get to the playoffs in the first place, and now could see it disappear from him. at this point in time. So pit stops underway. We're watching Brody Falker. We'll go up to the front of pit lane and see how they're doing on the front of it, because we had one driver electing to stay out on the racetrack, did not come down pit road. Falker rolling off of pit lane now. Merrow is right there side by side. Merrow's got the nose ahead of the 44. Does he win the race off pit road? Answer is yes, he does. Merrow over Falker, Schumacher, Maggio, and Jonathan Parker are your top 5 off of pit road. But I mentioned one driver electing to stay out. It's Bridger Olsen in the number 2 machine. He does not come to pit road, staying out with just 17 laps to go here at Atlanta.
Yeah, poor Randall Payne and Shane O'Neill. they wanted to come up here and take a waiver round, but that 2 is staying out. They're not going to be able to. Jaden Hawk did get the lucky dog, though.
So Olsen is on the apron, trying to just kind of clutch in, save fuel, best you can. Payne and O'Neill would have waited trying to get 1 lap back and be 1 lap down each. And Hop mentioned back on the lead lap. Gives us a total 25 cars in the lead lap. Austin Enriquez rolling off pit lane now with all the damage he got from the inside pit. Austin Dorn, 1 to green this time. .25 cars are on the lead lap. Chance to win it here at Atlanta. We'll get some more cautions. Matt Steiner could be back in the mix. More cautions after that. Brady Payne, Shane O'Neill could be in contention. And if we somehow get 24 cautions, which I doubt we will, Andrew Robinson could be back in it, but he won't be back in it. DNFs for the night are Andrew Robinson, 29th place. He is on pit road, and he is likely out of it, done for the night. Same with Tyler Watermelon in 30th, 31st to Jamie Wright. Justin Rotten 32nd and 33rd. Bryson Bird, Ethan Fonseca Moreno did show up tonight, did not qualify, did not race. So he'll be scored 34th, but he did not come out on track at all tonight. So that's how the back half of this field is. We mentioned 25 cars in the lead lap, including the race leader, Bridger Olsen. Merrow was first off pit lane. It's Brody Falker, Alexander Schumacher, Stephen Maggio, Jonathan Parker, Cole Denton, Dane Cruz, Gabriel Dahari, and James Bomar, the top 10. We get the green flag. It will be the Ballard Diecast. 15 to go. Racing here for 15 more laps to settle it here in Atlanta. To the Echo Park restart zone. Bridger Olsen, the control car, mashing the gas. Green flag back out in the air. Let's go! Further back, they're already 3 wide.
Yeah, not really the best restarts from that outside list. Zola there. Yusuf going 3 wide above.
Oh my goodness, Yusuf Gali over the outside lane. 4 wide just about. Scoring is just broken. Refixed itself. I think because of a blink out by Gino Merrow, really screwed the scoring up. It's 14 to go. Falliger leads. I don't know if we lost Ryan Bogey. We did lose Ryan Bogey. Coming to 13 laps to go. We'll see if the ticker fixes itself now. It does not. It's only going to be updated every lap now. Unfortunately, it's okay. We've got the field on hand as they run right now. Falliker, Maggio, Olsen, Denton, Bennett now the top 5. There's Dahari and Kruger in the picture. They're still in the mix. Schumacher up there. He's still got a shot at it. But with 12 laps to go here at Atlanta, Dahari way loose in the middle. Everybody's scattering to miss him. Denton gonna get shuffled. Brett Bennett out of the outside lane. Outside of Peter Olsen, that's for third. 11 laps to go. He's going to get back in head of Gabriel Dahari, trying to charge to the front to see if he can compete for his first ever win in the slide jump racing league. Pushed by the 36 and the 41. Outside lane trying to pull up there, 3 wide further back. Maggio waiting for the right time to make the move. 10 laps to go. Look at Schumacher to the outside lane. Bennett gonna have to get all up into that corner of the 68 to push him forward to have a chance to win this race. Fowler and Maggio doing very well in the inside lane for themselves. Three wide. Oh, Jacob Locklear! A little sideways squirrely. Hamilton to the apron. He has to drop all these spots. They're 4 wide for a second. Oh, there it goes. Blade Sparling in the wall. Pounds the outside wall. He gets down low. We stay green. Coming off of turn 4, it's 8 more laps here at Atlanta. Scoring, I wish you could fix itself, but it's going to be stuck like this the rest of this race, updating every lap. Oh, wrecking in the back, Brett Bennett's around! Can he keep it off the wall? Yes, he does! He'll save it from hitting the wall, but he'll take himself out of contention as we come around this time. 7 to go. Things are getting dicey. Everybody trying to take any spot they can coming up to the end of this race. Track position so valuable. Any spot matters. Dahari leading the outside charge again. Now look, Maggio and Fowler jump high. Maggio back low. Fowler gonna block. Oh, Gino Mero, a little bobble in the background. He's able to gather it up. But still fighting hard. Oh, Gino Mero gets turned. Jaden Hott makes contact. Caution flies. And with 6 to go, the yellow flag will fly and we are going to likely head to overtime. Both cars in the accident quickly got back going. Very, very, very quick caution coming out there. Take a look at the VRN replay and show you why. I get why it comes out, but it's just so quick when it gets thrown. Hop on the inside, Merrill trying to get in front of him. Just times it contact there with Jeffrey Armistead. And Hop's got some severe front end damage on the front of that number 81 machine. Contact there. Because of that, we go under the caution with just 6 laps to go here at Atlanta. Right here. Going to overtime. So here the field comes. They're going to get maybe the 1 to go this next time by. With that, they will get ready to restart with 2 laps to go. If that's the case, we're going to have an unofficial green-white checkered, so it will not be the official attempt. So we are going to have an unofficial green-white checkered attempt. Here's how we line up. Brody Falker is in control. Steven Maggio is second on the outside lane. Bridger Olsen is third. Gabriel Lahari is fourth. And Dane Cruz is fifth. Yusuf Ghali sixth. A lot of our championship contenders now have shuffled to the front of this field. Yusuf Ghali sixth. Michael Kruger is seventh. Michael Walls eighth. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer is ninth. Alexander Schumacher finds himself now restarting in 10th. Got a lot of these guys that are battling for championship points up front. For those that need these points, well, everybody else is getting points too, so it's not really going to be as big of a help. Jonathan Parker is further back in 14th, our points leader. Jaden Hoppin, 16th. Gabe Gazzola, 17th. And then further back in this field, I think it's going to be Austin Doran, who's a little bit further back than the rest. I saw him a little further back. He's further back. So here we go. Green-white checker unofficially. This is the regulation. This is not overtime. Green flag is going to fly, and we're back racing. 2 laps to go here in Atlanta. Green flag back in the air. Oh, wrecking in the back. Kruger. Jurgensmeyer. Caution out again. Hamilton slides. Gets tagged by Cole Denton. That starts with the 41 of Michael Kruger, and it sends us into overtime. I'm not sure if Mikey got tagged or if he just flat out lost it on this restart on these older tires. We'll take a look at the BRN replay and see. Oh, he just losing on older tires. Down into Jurgensmeyer, Michael Walls up the track. Gabe Gazzola gets a piece of it too. Francis Hamilton, Gino Marrow, Colt Denton. And it's just on from there. Coming to the restart. Chaos. Here late in this one. Michael Walls looks like he gives him a good night tonight. Jonathan Parker, Jaden Hopp as well. Pieces of it. Points leaders. 1 and 2. Involved in this one. We'll take a ride on board with the 48th Jonathan Parker. Couple of gears, and all of a sudden there's Michael Walls. It's kind of the wall. Jaden Hopp there as well. Michael Walls. Armistead. Got the Jurgensmeyer's around. Cole Denton, Michael Walls, Enriquez Kukulon, Jeffrey Armistead, Oscar Enriquez got a piece of it, so did Francis Hamilton. Michael Kruger, of course, was the causation of that one. Spinning his tires on the restart. Going around. That puts us under overtime conditions now. We're going in to extra laps. In case you don't know how overtime works, somehow, some way. Here's how we do it. Green flag will be displayed. 2 laps to go. If we get back around and get the white flag, that's the last lap. The race will end after that, whether we wreck, whether we come to the line clean. If we wreck and get a caution on 2 to go, we will re-rack them and restack them and do another one. We got 3 attempts at overtime, so hopefully we don't use them all. Hopefully we just have the one and done to get us out of here, get us on our very merry ways next week at Indianapolis. Of course, that's next week. Same night, same place, Tuesday night here on BRN. Of course, tomorrow night, we're coming back to this racetrack, Atlanta Superspeedway, again for the NASCAR Motor Stardom Cup Series. They'll be racing here tomorrow night, so tune in for that one, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then it's going to be SOFA Racing League rolling on in season number 10 this week, this Thursday night. They are racing Rockingham. A little short track action. Don't want to miss that. We'll have a lot of fun, and we'll see you then on this Thursday night. Our racing coming up left in this season. How it all pans out. But right now, see Bridger Olson trying to save some fuel. Like we're trying to do the same line to drop back. Falker, Maggio, Olson, Dahari, Bruce, Golly, Shuey. There's Bomar. It's going to be then Lockyer and Kruger, 9th and 10th, is how they're going to restart here with 2 laps to go. So here we go. Overtime in Atlanta. More playoff drama tonight as we get ready to go back green. 2 laps to decide it. You got a guy chasing his first career win. You got a guy chasing to stay perfect at this racetrack. And others that are just looking to add some more points and more wins to their name. Here we go for the restart zone. Green flag is going to fly. Falker on the gas. Back to racing. 2 to go. Much better restart this time. Maggio shoots back down to the inside line. Can Brody Falker defend and hold on to win his first career race? Or does Maggio make the move to win it? Oh, they're trying to race here in the background. Can they make it through turns 3 and 4 to get to the white? Everybody trying to find a way to make moves. The white flag is going to be displayed. 1 more lap to go. We're getting to the end of this one. Whether they wreck or they get to the line. 3 wide now for second. Dahari's got no one to go with him. Falker trying to defend, trying to score his first victory. Here comes Olsen with a massive push on the outside by Yusuf Ghali. Through 3 and 4. Who can get to the start-finish line first? Wrecking in the back, side by side, at the line. Bridger Olsen, yes! Bridger Olsen takes the checkered flag. As they crash across the line, damage, parts flying everywhere. Bridger Olsen just barely steals the victory at the line. A heartbreak for Brody Falker as he winds up 3rd through all of this. What a drive by Bridger Olsen to pick up his 3rd win of the season here tonight in Atlanta. Unbelievable. He's going to come to the start-finish line. He's going to take that car that is beat down, and he is going to burn it down. As he burned it down, we'll take a look at the replay and show you how on earth Bridger Olson won that race. Coming to the start-finish line here, gets ahead and just barely gets enough of a push from Dahari and from Yusef Ghali to take home the checkered flag. I think we have a start-finish line camera to properly show it to you. Look and see. I might have one, but I don't think I do have it. Wow. Our drone camera caught it right there. Just how close it was between Yusef Ghali and Brody Fowler, too. Maggio and Dahari for the top 5, and then they wreck capture the line. Bridger continuing to burn it down. We'll take a look at your finishing results. He takes the checker flag for the 3rd time this season in the number 2 machine. A resurgent year for Olson. Finds victory lane once more. Yusef Ghali will come home in 2nd. Brody Fowler, a hard-fought effort, unfortunate for him, comes home 3rd. Gabriel Dahari will finish tonight's race in 4th. 5th place tonight goes to the driver of the number 51, Stephen Maggio, who does not keep that winning record here at Atlanta. He'll come home tonight with a 5th place finish. Dane Cruz comes home tonight in 6th place. 7th place goes to Alexander Schumacher. He had a good chance, but he just could not pull it off there at the end. Jacob Locklear will come home in 8th. Michael Kruger in 9th, and James Bomar rounding out the top 10. Another Jergens one of our playoff drivers coming home in 11th place tonight. 12th place goes to Jaden Hopp in the 81 machine. Jade O'Maro in 13th. Austin Doran comes home 14th. 15th place, Francis Hamilton. 16th for Brett Bennett. Then it was Enrique Cucalon. Oscar Enriquez, our points leader, entering tonight. Jonathan Parker will come home 19th. Gabe Cazzola rounding out the top 20. 21st is going to go Cole Denton. 2nd place going to Christian Pacheco, then Matt Steiner, Jeffrey Armistead, Blaine Sparling, and Michael Wall is the last car on the lead lap. Randy Payne, Shane O'Neill 2 laps down in 27th and 28th in our DNFs tonight. Andrew Robinson, Tyler Watermullen, and then it was the Jamie Wright, Justin Rott, Bryson Bird, and Ethan Fonseca Moreno machines that did not finish the race here tonight. So we'll take a chance and see if we can talk to our top 3 drivers from tonight. That is Brody Fowler, Ghali, our winner. A hold of our top 3 finishers. First waiting for Brody Fowler. 3rd place finisher here tonight. I think we're gonna get a hold of our third place finisher, so we'll dial up runner up here tonight, Yusuf Ghali. See how he's feeling. Hey, Yusuf Ghali, it's tossing down in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Alrighty, well, it's going to come down to a second place finish for the driver of number 54 tonight. You had a really, really solid rebound after the incident earlier on in the race. What was that one like for you behind the wheel of the 54 Safe Flight Camry?
I haven't watched it. I don't know really what happened. All I know is like nobody reacted to a wreck that was happening, so that was a little bit frustrating. We didn't get a ton of damage out of it, so it was whatever. But after that, it was just about keeping the car clean again because people were struggling on older tires and stuff, and I think we did a good job of that, and we got to come home where we wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this second place finish, you pick up a big points bonus, jumping all the way up to third in the standings, only 5 points back of the points lead. How are you feeling kind of getting through these two wild card races and being able to climb up from essentially being 12th on the reset all the way up now to being right there at a chance at the title?
It's really relieving. I feel like everybody probably assumed we were gonna just finish 12th in the standings, maybe 11th, and to actually like come back and probably have the two best races of the season that we've had, and keep it clean and get the finishes we need. It's really good because I think the next 6 races are all pretty much just speed based. So I'm really looking forward to those. We can just try to keep the car clean.
Well, heading to Indianapolis, it's a third place point position for that 54 team. How are you feeling with Indianapolis being the next track looming ahead?
It's pretty dirty air dependent. So I think just knowing how to deal with the dirty air and getting as high up in this, on the track position as we can is really all that we've got to worry about. So maybe putting in some laps for Q and all that, but we'll just see how it is. We're just gonna do what we've done the last couple weeks, I guess.
Alrighty, it is a second place run for the 54 machine today, but it feels like a win getting up to third in the point standings afterwards. Yusuf, teammate, sponsor, shoutouts. What got it done for you tonight?
Both Dane and Bridger. I mean, you saw it at the end there. Bridger made the move on Dahari, and that gave me the chance to push him, and it moved Dahari out of line. So that's really, I think, the biggest move of the race for us that's what helped us get to second. So I'd like to shout out Bridger and then Dane too, just for working with us all through the race.
Alright, it's a second place run, but it does feel like a win for Yusuf Ghali. He takes home a second place finish and a third now in the points coming up with just 4 races left in the season. Congrats on the second place run, Yusuf.
Thank you.
Now we will go hunt down our race winner tonight. That be Wilson. Hey, Bridger Olson is tossing down in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, it has been a resurgent season for you in that number 2 machine, and it comes home with another win here at Atlanta, your third win this season. First things first, Bridger, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Well, you are able to make a strategy call work there at the end, staying out when everybody else came down pit road. Near the end of it, you were able to make it work, holding that position. What was the end of the race like for you, just having to kind of fight at the end, holding those spots, and then having to make the move for the win on Brody Fowler on the last lap?
Yeah, none of us on Cruise Auto Racing really wanted to pit, but most of us were really close on fuel due to a miscalculation. So some of them were kind of forced their hand after they saw everybody, but I was like, I might as well, because we had to run similar in length earlier in the race, and fresh tires didn't really beat out old tires as much as we thought they would. So I kept that in the back of my mind and I stayed out. And at first I was like, because I got freight trained. But then after that I settled in. And then I got really concerned once there was the green white checker, because that I had like 6 laps. And that would have been barely not enough for all 3. So yeah, and then I don't know what happened with Ferrari. I apologize to him if I got my line. But yeah, Yusuf Ghali is my GOAT. What a guy. What a guy.
Absolutely. Well, it's a win for you here tonight. The big boost that comes out of this, of course, is you are able to boost back up to 4th in the standings. Only 8 points out of it right now. How are you feeling heading into Indianapolis next week?
Yeah, it's insane. I don't have a lot of experience on Indy, but I feel like I'm pretty good there usually. So yeah, hope to keep the momentum up.
Well, see if you can keep the momentum rolling, Bridger, in what has been a resurgent season in the 2 machine. Career high in wins posted with this win here tonight. Teammates, sponsors, shoutouts, what got it done for you tonight?
Everyone at Cruise Auto Racing, Yusuf Ghali, obviously, Dan Cruz for fueling the car, Locklear for keeping me company throughout the race. We all had really strong races that should help us in the team standings. Everyone back at the shop, and yeah.
Alrighty, that is a race win number 3 and a timely win to get Bridger Olson right back in this title fight heading into Indianapolis. Congrats to the win, Bridger.
Thank you.
And with that, that'll do it from us here at Atlanta Super Speedway. Sure has it parked there on pit lane. To mention, of course, tomorrow night we got some more racing happening here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The Zatzar Cessna Cup Series comes into town tomorrow night for a race at the same racetrack, same time here, 9 p.m. Eastern on BRN. And then, of course, this Thursday, it is the SOFA Racing League coming to you live from Rockingham. This upcoming Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Tune in for that one. Don't want to miss it. And then I mentioned next week we come to Indianapolis Motor Speedway where the playoffs will continue to roll on. A new points leader in town tonight. Dane Cruz will take over the points lead over Gabriel Dahari in 2nd. Yusuf Ghali is now 3rd. Bridger Olson in 4th. Jaden Hopp falls back to 5th. Jonathan Parker was your points leader. He slips all the way back to 6th with the 19th place run here tonight. And then after that, everybody else kind of really stays stagnant. If there's one driver that's going to likely be 2 drivers, I would say, that are in virtually life support already. Matthew J. O'Brien did not make the field tonight. He did not attempt to start. Because of that, he is now 67 points back. And then Gabe Gazzola, he has currently scored 59 points back. Going to need a miracle to get back in this title fight. But that'll do it from us here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We hope to catch you here tomorrow night for more racing here on BRN. We look forward to seeing you there. This is Dawson Allen signing off saying so long and have a great rest of your night.